welcome to Moneycontrol. This is Shraddha Sharma and you're watching Reporter at Stake. Partial guarantee scheme launched by the government for the NBFC sector is yet to take off in a big way. But what are the hurdles in this scheme? Let's know more on that with Moneycontrol's Parnika Sokhi. Hi Parnika, welcome to the show.
Hi,
Plus help us understand what was the partial guarantee scheme and how would it benefit the NBFC sector?
So in August, the government launched this partial credit guarantee scheme for NBFCs so that banks could buy out portfolios from NBFCs with credit enhancement that would be provided by the government. The aim was to improve the flow of liquidity from banks to NBFCs because since the IL&FS crisis hit the sector, banks had been pretty averse to lending to NBFCs.
All right, but how are banks impacted by this? Because you said it will basically improve the liquidity of NBFCs.
So we have to see how it was to work basically. Banks were to buy out top quality pool of assets from NBFCs. So while the scheme was structured, they said they could buy only pools which are rated AA and above. Now the problem is that anyways, banks were buying top quality assets from NBFCs without the credit guarantee scheme also. Right. Why the scheme was launched was so that there could be some support for some assets which are of lower eligibility. So if the government could drop the eligible credit rating of these portfolios by a couple of notches, that would help. The second hurdle that is coming in the way is that only the NBFCs which are of sound financial health, means if they are not being classified as special mention accounts by banks, would be able to avail this facility. Now banks are saying that there are some NBFCs which are in SMA 0 category which means they are like they've defaulted for 30 days for some technical reasons. If they could also be included in this pool, then the scheme could actually take up in a big way.
All right. So, but government, how do we expect the government to, come out with this?
Yeah. So, like I said, it was launched in August, and the government has set a target of 1 lakh crore till February 2020 for banks to buy out these portfolios. Now, if you see the numbers now, half the period has already gone by and there's only 15,000 crore worth of sanctions that have taken place, and these are sanctions, we are not even talking about disbursements. So if the government really wants banks to meet this target, then they will have to come up with some more clarifications, and banks are basically waiting for these clarifications to come up.
All right, so you are saying we need two things for actual liquidity enhancement, that is reducing the rating of the loans and clarification from the government. All right, thank you Parnika for joining us with those insights. That's all for today's episode of Reporter at Stake. For more news, views and updates, stay logged on to moneycontrol.com. Thanks for watching.